People been asking me about this bike, about the fit and finish, about the color, about the sitting position and seat height. So I'm gonna go over today. Stay with me and let's talk about it. So regarding the fit, everything nicely fitted. I have no complaint. I'm gonna show you guys close up picture of the back, the saddlebag. Like everything is nicely fitted. I don't see anything wrong with the fit. Yeah, there is nothing regarding the fit, right? As I said, this is exactly what I was expecting from this bike. And regarding the finish, again, I don't see, they just nicely finished everything. I don't see anything wrong with the finish. It's nicely done, nothing wrong with it. I couldn't find anything wrong with the finish as well. It's nicely painted and everything looks good. Someone asked me how the color will hold. It's too early for me to say. I have owned this bike for a couple of months now, so it's holding pretty good, but I can't say what's gonna happen in the future. I don't think that there's gonna be anything wrong with this color, but regarding the fingerprints, yeah, definitely, you know, it's like this bike gonna take more fingerprints than or this color tend to take more fingerprints than the other colors, I believe. I'm not sure 100% because it's doing pretty good job regarding the fingerprints as well. Look, I'm touching these parts and you won't see any fingerprints, I guess. On the saddlebags, I have noticed some fingerprints when I'm just opening and closing the saddlebags. That's all, right? Now let's take a look at the sitting position. Like, sitting position is pretty good. I like it. It's very comfortable, and I believe this is the best sitting position for me. I can ride this bike for hours without without the need of stretching my feet, and that's good, right? I'm not saying that you can ride this bike for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. I mean, as long as you can ride it for 2, 3 hours without feeling that you need to stretch your legs, that's pretty good, right? And I can get that one out of this bike, no problem. And it really depends on the person. Some people that they have problem with the knees, they want, you know, like a different sitting position. I'm just talking about, like, let's say, I don't want to say normal people. That's okay. In general, right? This is a best sitting position. At least for me, this is the best sitting position, very comfortable. About the seat height, as you guys can see, I can have the bike, when I'm coming to a stop, I can put my toes down. I'm 5'8". Of course, I can just move a bit to the left side and I can put my foot down, the whole foot down, right? Let's talk about two more things. One is the engine sound. Engine sound is amazing, no complaint about it. So if you guys are wondering, I know that most of you already know that the engine sound is pretty good, but the shifting sound, something that you're not gonna notice it when you are riding. Like on a slow speed, you might hear the shifting sound, but once you get to a speed, you're not gonna hear it anymore. What happened is that, like, I was thinking about the shifting sound the other day, and I could like it more if the shifting sound was more like solid, right? Sharper. Hopefully you understand what I mean. It's still pretty good. I have no complaint about the shifting sound when the DCT shift gears, but I could like it more if it was slightly sharper or more like a solid sort of sound, right, when it's shifting sound, when it's shifting gears. But it's all right, as I said, no complaint about it. Some people that they asked me about reviewing the bike, that comes later. As soon as I have a couple of thousands of kilometers on this bike, I'm gonna put a review. But for now, I have only, let's take a look, see how many kilometers I have in this bike so far. So I have about less than 1,300 kilometers on this bike so far. You know what? I'm gonna ask you guys something. You see that A sign that with a circle around it that is disabled now? I know that's in case, like I have it right here, that this one can turn it on. Let's turn it on. So I can put the bike, I don't know what you call it. I think it's for fuel saving, right? Look at that A sign that came up. So I think it's for fuel saving, right? And when I press it again, it's gonna go off. But what happens that I noticed that every time that I wash the bike, you see that A sign? I'm gonna leave it on for now. So whenever I wash the bike, and I noticed that, you see the similar sign is up there, right, underneath the hill assist. So and it's green. This one is white, the other one is green. That green one comes up, and it stays on for a couple of days. Right now, if I start riding this bike, it's gonna come on. And I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. I never know, like I believe it goes off after a couple of days, but whenever I wash the bike, I notice that that green sign comes up. Does it supposed to be like that? Does it supposed to be always on when you're riding it, or how does it work? I have no clue about it. Let me know if you know about it, right? Anyway, thank you for watching, and I guess that's gonna be it for today. So stay tuned for my future videos. Thank you. Bye.